Hey, it's Dr. Adam, root cause functional medicine doctor, and today we're breaking down some of the best and worst foods for the most common symptoms that we see in the women that we work with. Things like fatigue, mood changes, stress, anxiety, low mood, weight and belly fat, gut health issues, blood sugar swings. And so, if you're struggling with any of these things and you've been overwhelmed by nutrition advice, then this video will give you the clarity that you need to regain control over your health again and start feeling lighter, start feeling more like yourself again. First up is low energy, fatigue. So the food you eat has a bigger impact on energy than you think. If you've caught yourself skipping meals and surviving on caffeine and carbs, then you end up chasing blood sugar spikes all day and burning out by mid-afternoon. So what your body really needs is a steady, dense source of fuel. Enter healthy fats. Okay, healthy fats like foods like avocados, nuts and seeds, coconut oil, those are plant sources of fats. There's also animal sources of fats like butter or beef, fatty red meat, or dairy products if you tolerate dairy, okay? Okay, these are slow burning fuels that stabilize your energy more. And fats also energize your brain to keep your brain sharp. So pair these kind of fats with a good quality clean protein with every meal, like eggs or salmon, a quality red meat, and you'll stop feeling that crash cycle, that up and down, and start feeling more consistently energized finally once again. Next is weight loss. If you're struggling to lose weight like so many people are, especially around the belly, okay, prioritize high protein foods. Foods like quality meats like chicken or beef or fish, also lentils or Greek yogurt. Okay, prioritize these throughout the day at every meal. You want to have at least a palm-sized portion of protein at every meal. Protein supports satiety, which means it helps you feel full, it helps you not feel like you want to keep ravenously eating, and decreases cravings as well because your body's getting one of the most important nutrients it needs, which is protein. And that also includes fat too, also helps to increase satiety and decrease cravings. Okay, but back to protein. Protein helps your metabolism as well, which makes fat loss more efficient as well. So the biggest thing you can do, especially in the morning, right when you get up, is get at least one palm-sized serving of protein, maybe even two if you can swing it. Next is blood sugar. Now this is the one that everyone's heard of, but they struggle to understand. Because spiking your blood sugar with carbs all day, whether that's eating bread or pasta or rice, heavy at every single meal, cracker or other forms of sugar like soda or even fruit juice, which by the way carries 20 to 30 grams of sugar with every serving. That's going to have a massive impact on your energy throughout the day, especially if you pair that with poor sleep and having meals that aren't rich in protein and good fats and vegetables. So the best thing you can do right now to turn things around is not eating naked carbs. What do I mean by that? Naked carbs are just having a banana or say a piece of toast by itself without the fiber, the fat, the protein. Because pairing the carbs with a protein, fat, or fiber like almond butter or chia seeds or eggs or meats, it slows the sugar spike and it helps your body break down the sugar more properly. Okay, now another bonus, something that you can add to your meals, a specific spice that will really help your blood sugar, is cinnamon. Sprinkle cinnamon liberally on your breakfast or add it into smoothies. Okay, it's going to help with making your insulin more sensitive and more effective, which means it's going to help your blood sugar to be more well controlled, more efficient, more stable, which will help you feel more stable and more in control, more stable with your mood, your energy, and just the way you feel overall. Brain fog. Okay, what about brain fog? Adding in healthy fats like walnuts and olive oil and wild caught fish, all the ones that we mentioned earlier. Okay, these are fuel for your brain and they're going to reduce the inflammation in your nervous system. Right? The inflammation is what leads to hormone issues and energy problems and anxiety. And your nervous system is the boss of everything, your brain and your nervous system. So we want to reduce the inflammation there. And one of the best ways to do that is by having these anti-inflammatory fats in your diet. Now we have gut health. So this is relevant for you if you ever have digestive issues like bloating or gas or reflux or bowel movement issues like loose stool or constipation. The number one thing that you can do is to cut out highly processed foods, especially seed oils. So seed oils like canola oil, soybean oil, corn oil, Oftentimes you'll see vegetable oil is just a vague term for oils made from these different seeds of plants. Okay, they wreck your gut lining and they're going to feed inflammation and irritation in the gut and kind of keep this cycle going. And so the thing you can do to break the cycle is to cut these foods out, and then to also add in one of the best foods for the gut is bone broth. Bone broth is like spackle for your gut wall, to kind of plug the holes when the gut wall is damaged, right? And help the cells to kind of come back together again and work properly. A bone broth is loaded with glycine, it's an amino acid, and collagen, which really soothe your gut and they seal the lining of the gut. Okay, so if your gut's a mess, if you might think you might have leaky gut, then this one simple change alone can shift your digestion in a week. Stress and anxiety. If you ever feel anxious or wired or overwhelmed, then foods rich in B vitamins are what you want to go for. These are foods like eggs, red meat like beef, even liver and nutritional yeast are two of the most densely packed foods with B vitamins. They help to calm your nervous system. They give your nervous system the nutrients it needs, one of the main nutrients, B vitamins. This will help you regulate your mood and your energy throughout the day. Now specifically low mood. If you struggle with low mood or depression sometimes, then try including omega-3 fats in your diet. This is one of the best things that you can do. We see working with our practice members that helps them really just feel better, feel like they kind of lift that cloud and just feel normal again. Okay, so omega-3s come in sources like sardines, mackerel, right, fatty fish, salmon, and also flax seeds from a more plant-based source. Okay, this is going to support the neurotransmitter balance in your brain, of the neurotransmitters, the chemicals in your brain that help to lift your mood and do that more naturally. Last up is sleep. And when it comes to sleep, this is where everyone feels it. Okay, so when you start to fuel your body with the right foods, everything we talked about in this video already, and you maintain good hydration, drinking enough water, then your body can really start to doze off and relax, right? You use sleep as a true recovery tool so you can feel great the next day. In the first 48 hours of making these changes, you'll start to notice that you sleep just a little bit deeper and that your rest is just a little more fulfilling. So a couple things to make sure of now as well, a couple extra tips for maximizing your sleep. One thing to avoid or at least limit throughout the week is alcohol. Okay, it's going to ruin your sleep patterns, especially if you have it right before bed or in the evening. So definitely want to avoid that as much as possible as you want to avoid sugar spikes in the evening. So carbs, the alcohol, if you're going to have them later or earlier in the day rather. Okay, so if you're struggling to get that deep restorative sleep, then you can also try, one more little trick is to try a small glass of tart cherry juice before bed. And that's not the sweetened stuff, just the natural unsweetened cherry juice. Okay, it's a natural source of melatonin, which helps your brain to kind of fall asleep, right, naturally. So give that a shot. Try some magnesium-rich foods as well, like pumpkin seeds, dark leafy greens. They'll also help your nervous system to unwind and relax. Okay, so avoiding the wrong foods in general and focusing on the right foods will help your body heal, right, without needing more pills or patchwork diets. And so follow these steps. You will feel a difference. And let me know in the comments below if you tried these things before, how it went for you. And if not, what are you going to try next? All right, if you're ready to stop guessing and start finally getting on a real strong path to healing, a reliable path to helping your body heal itself, then subscribe here and we'll see you in the next video.